All right, Bears fans, this is your last chance to pass Giants Now and new subscribers this week. So hit that sub button. Let's make it happen. My guy, Marshall Green, who hosts Giants Now, F. Marsh in the chat. You guys know the drill this week. He's gotten 128 new subscribers. We've only gotten 104. Come on. Let's switch the narrative here and get more subscribers. We're bringing you daily videos around the Chicago Bears. And, of course, on Sunday, 15 minutes before kickoff, we'll be live for our watch party, Bears, Giants, Week 4. So hit that sub button and enjoy today's video. It is mailbag time here on Chicago Bears Now. I am your host, Harrison Graham. Appreciate you guys for clicking on this video. Use hashtag Bears or Super Chat to get your questions on the show. That way, producer Jack can go ahead and find all of your questions. All right, let's go to Larry Rosen. From now on, all teams will put 8 men in the box. This will force Fields to throw. Then you will see how good he is. I mean, yeah, it's possible. I still expect this team to run the football and be able to. Now, I see your point. Maybe they stack it 8 in the box, maybe even 9 if they just worry about the run, because this offensive line is a great run blocking group right now. Khalil Herbert's running the ball well. Monty was as well before he got hurt. We'll see how long he's out. But, yeah, I do expect teams to sag down a bit and try to stop the run. And, you know, if you can't throw over the top of that, yeah, that's going to be cause for concern at that point. But still think this team's going to try to run the football. But, yes, I do think teams will try to, you know, adjust and take that away sometimes as well. Got Nicholas Ritchie. I saw Justin Fields play in person this weekend, and I'm just not seeing him read defenses. I know it's early, but don't you think he should be able to read when a free rusher is coming off the edge unblocked? Well, Nick, the one play you're talking about was the bootleg, and as soon as he turned around on the play fake, the guy was there. Now, if you're saying pre-snap, he should have been able to recognize that there was a free rusher and that he should have slid the protection, that's possible. I'd have to go back and look at the film and analyze that. But sometimes on play fakes and a free rusher's in your face as soon as you turn, I mean, what are you going to do? I mean, it's just not going to go well. So, I don't know if that's the best example, but I do think you're right that he is a little bit slow and progressing through his reads right now. I don't know if he's not trusting what he's seeing. I don't know if he's not trusting the pass protection. I'm not sure. That's got to improve. There's no doubt about it. He has got to get the ball out quicker, and he's got to see what's happening at least a tick faster. Former coach Matt Nagy in the chat. Admit it, Harrison. Fields looked better in my offense than he does in Getsy's. I mean, listen, it's been bad with through 3 games, so I guess I can't say no, but I also know that things did not go well in your offense either. But I do get what you're saying. At the same time, I think Getsy's offense can fit Fields' strengths. He just doesn't look confident right now. He's got to find that confidence again. He's a quarterback that plays with rhythm. When he gets into rhythm, he can really play. But we just haven't seen that often enough. Let's see if it happens this week against the Giants. Brandon Clayton, should the Bears trade for Tyler Boyd to help at wide receiver? Tyler Boyd would be a nice fit. Good slot receiver. Bengals already have Jamar Chase and T. Higgins. I don't know if they'd want to trade Tyler Boyd, but if they did, I would be interested. Maybe if they're like, we're not going to be able to pay him, let's just trade him and get something for him, then yeah, I'd be down. I think he's a good slot receiver, would fit in well with this team. Shout out producer Jack for cooking up this question. If he's available, would you trade for Tyler Boyd? Type T for trade, type P for pass. I'd consider it. I like Tyler Boyd. T for trade, P for pass. Let us know down in the comments. Hashtag Bears or Super Chat. We got Alex Lancaster next up. Trade for Michael Thomas if the Saints suck this year. Saw this idea floated somewhere. Give me just a sec here. Thomas has looked pretty good. I had concerns after he basically missed 2 years. Now he tweaked his toe or something the other day. I don't think it's super serious, but he is a little fragile at this point. But he's a good player. I mean, he'd be easily the most accomplished receiver the Bears have. Depends how much it would cost, Alex. Depends how much it would cost. I wouldn't give up a first for him. He's missed the last 2 years. Hadn't been back long enough to justify a first. But get him for a second, probably consider it. Shout out to BetUS for sponsoring today's show. Chatsports.com/Bears is the place to create a BetUS account, because if you use our link, chatsports.com/Bears, you can plug in the promo code BEARDOWN. That'll get you a 125% deposit bonus. All one word, bear down. So you put down $100. They'll give you $125 for free. Here are the betting odds for Week 4. Giants, 3.5-point favorites, over under 39. They're expecting a low-scoring thriller at the Meadowlands this weekend. It's going to be interesting. These two teams are 2-1, but there are a lot of question marks for both teams. Chatsports.com/Bears. Promo code is BEARDOWN. Got Tony Williams next with the Super Chat. Appreciate that. Is it a guarantee Bears take a receiver in the first round? Absolutely not. I don't think any team goes into a draft unless you have the number 1 pick and need a quarterback with the idea of, it's a guarantee we're going to draft this position. Number 1, that's just bad business. You got to make your big board, and if receiver's your biggest need, but when you're on the clock, there's 10 other players at different positions better, you should not reach for a position. That's number 1, especially the Bears. They have other needs. But do I think it's fairly likely to take a receiver? Absolutely. That's going to be near the top of the list for this roster going into next offseason. They got to get better at receivers. So guaranteed, no. Decent possibility, yes. Christian Sitsanas, is it me, or does it seem like Justin Fields is holding the ball way too long? Do you know his average release time? It's not you. I think it was 3.26 seconds through 2 weeks. I don't know what it is after 3 weeks. If you get more than 3 seconds, that's a decent amount of time in the NFL. The O-line has not been bad. Now, Sam Mustipher's not great at center. Hopefully Lucas Patrick can start there this week. Larry Borum continues to be up and down at right tackle. But all in all, the O-line, you can't really complain, considering what the expectations were from that group. So, yeah, he does hold the ball. And that was the thing at Ohio State. At times, and other quarterbacks do this, by the way. Deshaun Watson holds the ball a long time. Joe Burrow, everyone bitches about the Bengals O-line. Joe Burrow holds the ball long. He's a great quarterback, but he's looking to make big plays, and Fields kind of has that mindset too of where he wants to make big plays down the field. That was his mantra coming out, but you got to find that balance of, hey, just get the ball down, get it to your check down if nothing's not there. I like trying to hit the home run sometimes, but you got to find that balance, and that balance isn't there right now. Kit Stanford, look, I get that we look bad Sunday, but quit crying already. We won. Yes, work to do, but we're 2-1. Year 3 is going to be lit. Talking about Justin Fields. I hope so, man. We got to give it more time. And, hey, this season, the fact that you're 2-1, you got to win over the 49ers. Texans win was ugly, but you got it. Lost to the Packers. I mean, with that schedule, 2-1 was probably the best case scenario. So that's good. Things could be a lot worse. You know, you could be 0-3 like the Raiders, and they had much higher expectations than the Bears. So I think there are a lot of good things happening despite the question marks continuing to surround the quarterback. And Brog, who's our top safety through 3 games? That's a tough question. I'll probably go Eddie Jackson because he's been able to pick off 2 passes. Brisker recovered a fumble, but Eddie Jackson, man, he's playing well. But Brisker's also playing really well. This safety tandem, Brisker and Jackson, it's one of the best in the league right now. It's that good. Justin Rother, do we trade for Golladay or Toney? Golladay or Toney? Neither. You're not trading. We've talked about Golladay. His contract's brutal. Even if the Giants take most of it on, he's just not worth trading for. If he gets cut and you want to pursue signing him for a minimum deal, okay, fine. You could talk me into that, but I'm not trading for him. Toney has barely been available through his year and change for the Giants. Not trading for him either. Again, if for some reason he got cut, sure, I'd explore it, but I'm not trading for either of these guys. Who you got in this matchup as the Bears take on the Giants this weekend? Type CHI for the Bears, type NYG for the Giants. Let us know down in the comments who you got, Bears versus Giants. Got time for a couple more here. AGM, do you think Lucas Patrick at center improves pass protection? I think so. And let me say this too. I did not like Patrick getting more snaps at guard this week than Jenkins. I don't know why they opted to start him over Jenkins this week. I think Jenkins has played better. And I just think we need to see him more, just play him more. If Larry Borum's getting every snap at right tackle, Tevin Jenkins should get every snap at right guard. I'm just saying. But Patrick's better than Mustipher, so yes, I do think it'll help. So I hope that happens this week. I hope he's able to snap the football. Amos Goldberg, Herbert runs very similarly to Jonathan Taylor, same body type too. That's an interesting comp. I don't think he's Jonathan Taylor, but he does. He's kind of a one cut and go back, and Taylor does that a lot. He likes to get north and south. He finds the hole and he goes. Herbert breaks tackles really well. He's impressive, man. The way he stepped up when Demo got hurt, that was nice to see. Khalil Herbert is running with a purpose right now, and that's a good thing for the Bears because they got to be able to lean on something offensively, and the run game has been that so far. Sam Ortiz, Calvin Ridley can be our digs for next year. It makes too much sense. Absolutely. I mean, obviously he wouldn't have played for a year and a half, but I believe in Calvin Ridley. I mean, what he was doing before he stepped away, then ultimately got suspended, he was playing at a high level for Atlanta. Calvin Ridley's a hell of a player, and the nice part is you may not have to give up a first-round pick to get him because he wouldn't have played for a year and a half. So I'm all in on trading for Ridley next year as long as you do your research and, he's good to go and he's ready to come back to football. But you get Calvin Ridley in here, Darnell Mooney slides back to being wide receiver 2. You're feeling a lot better about things at that wide receiver position. Sorry for your life. Jim Caldwell should have been OC. We're 3 games in, man. And this team is running the hell out of the football. And Justin Fields is struggling. That's not all on Getsy. Maybe some of it is. Some of it certainly is. But, I mean, the Bears just ran for 281 yards. Like, we can't just sit here and say Getsy sucks. Like, I think he's doing some good things. I think there's been a couple moments where I'm like, okay, that was a stupid call. But that you're going to have that with even the best play callers. And that's nothing against Jim Caldwell. I like Caldwell. I was okay with him as OC if they would have gone that route. But I don't have any major complaints out of Luke Getsy so far. Appreciate all the questions here on today's show. If you want to be a part of our mailbags in the future, be sure to subscribe and join us on Tuesdays, 4 o'clock Eastern, 3 Central Time. We go live and answer all of your questions.